The S&P 500 is not a good investment, and here's why. So the S&P has gone up by an average of 10% a year over the last 25 years and has consistently for over 100 years been a great place to put your money. The S&P has about an 80% chance of being positive in any given year, making it a relatively low risk investment. S&P 500 is a group of 500 of the largest cap stocks in the entire market. And the way it's calculated is not with brains or a complicated formula. They go ahead and they look at the total market cap of each individual stock, how much each stock is worth. And based on how much it's worth as a percent of the market is how much weight it has in the S&P 500. And with that simple strategy, the S&P 500 has been able to outperform most individual stock traders. And it does all this while having less than a 0.1% management fee, meaning it's no barrier to entry, no cost to manage, and easily you could liquidate your funds if you need. But the reason why the S&P 500 is not a good investment is by definition. The S&P 500 is the investment. When you compare things, you don't compare things to cash, where cash returns 0 to 0.1% a year. You don't compare things to bonds, where you get a 3% guaranteed return per year. You compare things to the S&P 500. If your investment is good, it should outperform the S&P 500 over time. If your investment is bad, you should lose to the S&P 500 over time. So if you're comparing if you're making a good or bad financial decision, you need to compare it to the alternative. And the easiest alternative to compare it to is the S&P 500. So by definition, it's not good. It's average. It's the standard.